Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people, fellow humans. Today is Saturday, February 14th, 2025. 2025. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. Here we are at Department of Career Services in southwestern Nevada, where we are about 60 miles west of Sin City, 60 miles east of Death Valley, 70 miles south of Area 51, and we are about 10 miles north, well, from where I am, probably 15 miles north of the brothels. Hard scrabble territory, sharp-elbowed, rootin'-tootin', pistol-packing people at the crossroads of the Nevada frontier. And if you don't believe me, I have some business cards to show it. It's true. Okay, but here we are on Saturday. This is our day that we call G.school, where we focus on the spiritual side. So for the people who are new, welcome, number one. Number two, if you are successful in life, this is not for you. If you're financially successful, this is not designed for you because you already have the answers. This is for people who don't have the answers, who are flailing in the water, the ocean of life. Okay, they're trying just to keep going. But you are welcome. Secondly, if you are saved, if you already know you're going to heaven, this is not for you because you already have all the answers. This is for the people who don't. But you are welcome. You're encouraged to be here. This is what we use as our guide, and it is, what did Jesus actually say? Not by revelation, not by people saying, yeah, Jesus told me this today. Yikes. How many of those people who are acting on, this is what Jesus told me, make mistakes? And like, that doesn't really make sense. Well, there's a plan. I don't know. So Jesus is trying to fool you. Right. No, that's not scriptural. God doesn't do that. Jesus doesn't trick people, fool people, etc. So, but you are welcome here. And our guide is the red letter gospel. What did Jesus say? Proof copy. So today we focus on that leg of the table. So if you are financially successful, not for you, but you're welcome, at least you can learn how other people think. If you're spiritually saved, not for you, but you are welcome. And I would say to approach it, as Jesus said, like children. People who don't know everything, take what you believe to be true, put it over here for the side, and just say, that's what you think? Okay. I don't agree with you, but now at least I understand what you think. So take a positive thing. So all are welcome, but it's not designed for everyone. Because Jesus said he came for the sinners, not the people who were righteous. He came to help the sick, not the others. And that's an example for life. We're not here to rub elbows with people who are already saved. Yeah, we're great, man. Hey, we're great. We're saved. Those poor schmucks are not saved. No, that's not our intention. Our purpose is to help the people who don't have the path. And here's how to think about it. Think of a four-legged table. Think of the supports of your life are a four-legged table. And the accomplishments that you have are what you stack on the table through your life. And you want to put as many on that table as you possibly can, as we possibly can. What do you need to be able to do that? Do you need a really large table? No, you don't really need a large table. You need a strong table. You need a table that's level. Because if it's slightly off, the higher you get, the more you have to compensate and the wobblier it gets. Woo! Okay, so what you want to do is make sure the table is level, right? And make sure that the four legs are strong and they're securely attached. If you have legs that are strong but they're not securely attached, when you have a little movement like this in the table, one of the legs is likely to fall off. And then what happens? Everything slides off, everything comes crashing down. Now you got to rebuild. That happens in most everybody's life. They didn't have a strong, one leg was not strong. Now, let's say it's securely attached, but it's weak. It's cracked or it's skinny. It's not, can't really bear the weight. It's going to bow. It's going to break. Whammo, everything's going to slide off the table again. So think of your life as a four-legged table where you're going to stack all of the accomplishments, all of the things of your life, all of the good, all of the bad are going to be stacked on that table. We help you with the four legs and to secure the four legs. So what are the four legs? Physical, fitness, and health. You have to take care of your body. Yesterday, I was at the doctor's office to review my blood work, and it was very sad at how the nurse practitioner was so amazed to see somebody my age who has not on any medication, who's got blood pressure of 110 over 78, very good health, period. And for somebody my age, 45, no, somebody my age, it's sad that she's saying, I am so surprised and amazed at the health that you're in. And I don't really do things other than take care of myself. I don't spend a lot of money doing stuff. I eat. So fitness, take care of your body. Exercise, eat the right foods. Don't ingest things that are bad. Don't smoke. Don't smoke. Do not smoke. Whatever comfort you get from it today, you're going to pay big time in the future when you're older and your health is failing because you smoked. Something is wrong that makes you smoke. Either you have a habit that can be broken, or you need to smoke because there's something else. You've got a thorn in your side and you need to smoke in order to mask whatever the underlying pain is. So leg number one, fitness and health, physical fitness and health. Two, mental. Always be learning. You have to use your brain. If you don't use it, you will lose it. And again, when you get older, if you're not mentally fit, big problems. But also in life, they have this thing, I don't think it's a fad, but it's called AI. If you don't know it, if you're not using it, you are going to be hosed. It's like people 20, 30 years, I don't need a cell phone. And it was, I don't need a smartphone. I'm not doing texting. I don't do email. Where are they now? Those are the people whose lives are struggling. They might be stubborn and I don't need it, but it's so much easier. That's the second leg of the table. Physical, mental. Third, emotional. Emotional control. You have to be able to control your emotions. And so now, this is where I would say the people who are saved if you have a conversation with Jesus every day and you still can't control your emotions, I would say to you, it's not Jesus. Jesus has not touched your heart. Because if he has, things don't bother you. It's trivial. Don't let the small stuff, don't get upset by the small stuff, whatever it is. Stay calm and carry on. It's not that big of a deal. Focus on the kingdom of heaven. So if Jesus has actually touched your heart, you don't have a problem controlling your emotions. So if you think you're talking to Jesus and you can't control your emotions, I would tell you you're not talking to Jesus. You are talking to an unclean spirit. And why would that be the case? Because that's what they want to do, okay? Or you're just imagining it. If you're not a Christian, you can't control your emotions, and you think you're on top of your game. No. So you got to control your emotions no matter what. If you think you're saved, if you think you're financially secure, if you think you have all the answers, but you can't control your emotions, that is that's probably the weakest leg on the table. Because when people want to take you out of the game, they know exactly how to do it. Just to get you to lose control of your emotions. You'll start making stupid, bad, dumb decisions. Not good. Not good. Tain't good. Got to control your emotions. And then the fourth leg of the table is the spiritual leg. What's it all about, Alfie? As they say, what's it all about, Alfie? And I think for our purposes, Viktor Frankl has a good way that is compatible with this. We don't ask life, what is the meaning of life? Life asks us, what is the meaning of your life? And we have to give meaning to that life. So many people I run into, and I go to a lot of church services. People that know me know that I go to a lot of different church services to learn, not to judge, to learn. A disproportionate number of people who believe they talk to God and Jesus every day think they're playing a game. The game that they're playing, the game they think they're playing, that's a better formulation. The game they think they're playing is really like hide and seek. Where I'm looking for God. Where's God? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do this? Oh, I thought you wanted me to do this. And I don't understand your will. Is it this? Is it that? And they're constantly playing hide and seek with God. That doesn't even make sense. The God who loves us. Would you want to have a parent who played hide and seek with you on how to behave, learning table manners? That, okay, how do you hold your fork? I don't know, you figure it out. No, whack. No, whack. No. The better game to believe that God is playing is Marco Polo. And you have to listen. You have to be you have to be attuned. You have to take care of your body physically to hear. You have to take care of it mentally. You have to be in the game emotionally. And it's Marco Polo. Here I am. You're getting warmer. You're getting colder. You're warmer. And we keep following that. But we do the work. Okay, we are not trying to figure out God's message. He's guiding us. God, when I say he, I don't really mean literally he. God is guiding us towards. And as Jesus said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. And if you keep my commandments, you will be one with the Father and I. The Bible says God is spirit, right? And what did people think? What did Thomas think? What did the people in the upper room originally think Jesus was when he appeared? They thought he was spirit. And so what did he do? Hey, got any food? Hey, got some fish? Got something I can eat? Kind of hungry here. Right. So all are welcome. Now, we spent the whole time talking about what G.school is, the spirit, the fourth leg of the table, what we do. So let's quickly get into our work. People who are watching, please make sure to subscribe, like, click on the bell, you know the thing, do all that stuff. Spread the word. Okay, the theme of today, who's coming with me from G, because this is day number 6, number 3 of our program. This is the who's coming with me. This week we learned how to get other people, how to attract other people to help us on our journey through this life where we have a transcendent soul. This is day 6 in week 3. This is Jerry Maguire. This is his famous Who's Coming With Me speech. And you might remember the scene where he has been fired. He's been told to clean out his office. He's trying to save his clients. The day is now done, and he's only managed to save one. And he's got to walk out, leave, and everybody's waiting to see what he does. And he tries to tell a compelling story. All the stuff we learned this week, this is just encapsulated great in this one scene. So he's been trying to change the status quo at the agency from being money-oriented to being people-oriented. And he gets fired for it. So now he's trying to get people to join him. So he's put the vision out there of how to change the status quo. Now he's trying to tell a compelling story. And he starts out by pretending he's freaking out, and it scares the people. Then, as part of his compelling story, he goes over and he says, the fish are coming with me. The goldfish are coming with me. And then he sort of starts getting serious and telling the story. But he has, the people are now like, oh, this guy's gone crazy. So is there any compelling story that's going to work? If we think of David Phillips yesterday, you've got to bond with people before you give them the compelling story, not repel them before the compelling story. So then he gives the compelling story, but everybody is freaked out except for one person who read the mission statement from before, the document that got him fired, Dorothy Boyd in accounting. She read it. It impacted her heart. So she saw little pixels, squiggles on paper, went into her eyes, into her brain, released chemicals in her. Aha, boy, that I love that guy. I love this is what it's all about. It got her. So when he said, who's coming with me? When everybody else was afraid, she said, I will go with you. And then the awkward part, like, right now? Yeah, come on, right now. So that's how you not tell a compelling story, but it wraps everything up from this week. David Logan, Join Tribe, Nudge Forward. Seth Godin, 4 steps on how to nudge people forward, find part of the status quo to change. Jerry Maguire did that. Tell a compelling story, did not do that. Connected with the true believers, he did do that with Dorothy Boyd, and then lead them. Boom. Day 3. How do you tell a compelling story? The compelling story is why we need to change the status quo. And he did that, but now moving forward to day 4, David Phillips, he did not bond with people before telling the compelling story. He did the opposite. And the same thing with the mission statement. He didn't bond with people before telling the compelling story. So people were skeptical, people were afraid, people were unsure. And then the crowd, the herd set in, the tribe set in and decided, we're going to sit this one out. And then yesterday, Derek Sivers watching how the thing plays out. Jerry Maguire is the lone nut. He starts out the conversation as the lone nut. He's got to walk out of his office, fired, no clients left, fear and desperation on his face emanating from him. But he has to leave, walks out, and he's doing his thing that he's always done, but it's a bad approach at this time because he hasn't bonded. And then Dorothy Boyd becomes his first follower. And at that point, when he leaves the room, he's no longer a lone nut. He's now a leader because he got one person. And then the rest of the story, he has one, but he does the routine that Derek talks about. So by the end of the movie, everybody now wants to be on Team Maguire. So with that, we've gone a little bit over. We'll take care of that in editing, right? We'll take care of that in editing. And it's Saturday. Go out, make something happen. The Sabbath was made for man. Man was not made for the Sabbath. Don't be a rules person. Okay, with that, we're going to say shalom, ships and shalom, people. I will be